Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft and I'm back with another video. Now today I'm doing a project that it's not mine, a lady called Margaret Grady, and I just call her Mrs. G. And she had posted this on our Facebook group, and people had been asking her for a tutorial. She doesn't make them, she could only share instructions, so she asked if I would do it and I've said yes. Now it seems really simple. It's a sort of pencil or crayon gift box, ideal for all sorts of stuff. I have slightly changed the measurements on one of them. So for the box, it needs a piece of card needs to be 11 inches by 5.5. all right, and you're going to score this on the long side at 1 3/4 inches, 3.5 inches, 5.25 inches, 7 inches, 8 3/4 inches, and 10.5. Okay, and then you are going to score the short side at 5 inches. And I just altered this measurement so this bit was a bit wider for me because I thought the glue tabs were a bit small. Now for the lid part, I'm going to have, which I'm saying lid, this is the base of the box, base of the pencil, and this is the bit that opens. This is 11.25 inches by 2 3/4. Okay, so score, now this bit, forget that, we're going to have to do that on the trimmer because we need to score at 13/16, and this doesn't do 16ths, it just does 8ths, so we'll do that bit later. So that's that. Now you will need an octagon for your point of your pencil. Now the octagon needs to be 1 3/4. Now if you don't have one, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you what you can do if you don't have any octagons. So if you take a piece of card, you need to cut it to 4 by 4 inches, and then measure all 4 sides and mark them. You can see there I've got the little pencil marks. Mark them at 1 1/8, 2 3/4. Turn it round, the same, 1 1/8, 2 3/4. Just keep doing the same thing. And then when you've done that, just get a ruler, just match up all of those little pencil marks. Okay, just keep going around. Oh, and then obviously, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, just cut the corners off, and then you will end up with your own, I'll just do this to show you, you'll end up with your octagon. Okay, so you can make one if you don't have them. Now my octagon, the one I used, has little stitching around it. If you want that, you could just get a little pen and you could draw your own little stitching on it. Okay, so that's just a way of, you can still do it even if you don't have any octagon dies. So whether you make one or you die cut one, whatever you do, what you want to do then is take it. Now you can measure the middle, so it's 1 3/4 in width, and actually I just eyeballed it, if I'm honest, so I just kind of grasp where I think the middle is, and then you just want to score, turn it round, score again. So we've scored it in 4 there, and then I'm going to score again. So as I said, if you want to measure it, you can measure it, but you basically just want to be scoring in the middle of each side. So you should have that. And then you do the same whether you've just cut it by hand as well. And then just fold all of them. So that's what you will end up with. Then what you want to do is you want to take one of these little segments out. So it's going to glue like this, because this will be your point of your little pencil. So we can glue, sort this out first. So that's what we've got. What you want to do is you want to cut up these, and you want to take a fair bit out of them, so you have like a little tab. Okay, that's going to be your little pencil box. Now you want to take this lid and we're basically going to glue. These will fit on each of these like this. So you can use tape or glue, it's up to you. So on there like that. Make sure it's really stuck down. And then just keep going around. Okay, right, so you should end up with something like that. And then we want to close this like this. That will glue onto there. So glue on here, and also some under there. There you go. So there's the first part. Now to get your little pencil tip, I took a small little hexagon, octagon again, which is, I would say, 1 3/8. I did the same thing, scored it, and then just cut one of the pieces off, and then it will fold over like that, and that will be my little pencil top. Now if you don't have any octagons, take a piece of card which is 1 3/8 by 1 3/8, measure along the top, mark it at 3/8 and 1 inch, so like we did before. So say 3/8 and 1, 3/8, 1, all the way. Draw your lines and cut it exactly like we did with the other one, and then it will give you this to stick on the top of your pencil. And just glue that on there. There we go. Now to decorate this, what you can do if you want is, I've cut some yellow strips which are 1.5 inches by 4 7/8, and then you can just glue them all along around, but whatever you want. It could be patterned paper, anything. You could draw some little stitching around, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna glue these on here. Okay, so that's my pencil box. Now what else you can do as well was, I came up with this. If you cut some circles, this is 1 3/4, and then cut them in half. Okay, you can stick these on like the fancy little sort of, well, it would look like the lead, wouldn't it, around the pencil type of thing. So you could do that as well if you wanted to. I don't know if I am, because I've put thick card on, so it's kind of going to make it a bit too thick. But if you're putting paper on, or card that's not very thick, you could have that on as well. Don't know whether to stick it on or not, but anyway. So we're going to move on to the base. Alright, so I decided to put those on. I think it looks really nice with them on. So the base, I'm having mine white, and I've had to take this trimmer out because this has a scoring as well, because we have to score at 1 13/16. So 1, that'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So it's 3 little marks before the next number. Score. And then, let me get this right, we need, again, we will go to the 3rd mark. I'm just going to use that because otherwise I can't see. And then put that on the 13/16. Okay, so let's get this right. So you're going to cut up the long pieces, all right, not the short ones. I'm going to cut that one off. So you're going to glue this together that. And then this is going to glue into a hexagon shape. Mine doesn't look very hexagon, does it? And this is what will go on the bottom of the pencil box. So you're probably best off putting it on and gluing it this way. I'm just going to draw around this spare one I've got and then just cut it out. Something like that will do. Let's put a little bit more off there. We'll go and then we can stick that over there. Oops. Because I don't think mine's quite a hexagon shape. Don't know what bloody shape this is, but I'll be hard pushed to find a die to fit that. Never mind. Yeah, don't know what shape mine is. Then I've got this to look like the lead of the wonky pencil. See, you can have that as your lead on the bottom, and that is it. So I hope it's okay. Apart from the bottom, I've messed up. Like I say, I don't know what shape that's supposed to be, but never mind. And then, oh yeah, what you could do as well is I've got them circles again. If you cut them in half, you could put them on around the bottom, which I will do that. So there we go, I've put those on the bottom as well. You could put the person's name on or whatever you want to do. So hope you like it. Thanks to Mrs. G for the measurements and the idea. I'll have them all on my blog as well. So thanks for watching, take care and bye for now.